I have been working on creating my own custom operators for Rainbow Six Siege. The two are both attacking and are both of the Israeli Defense Force, or IDF. The first one, and the one that I've put a little bit more of my time into working on, is codenamed Gleam. And the thing about her is, everyone knows how Jaeger works and how his gadget works, and it intercepts grenades, the ADS. What if there was such a gadget on attack that could intercept, destroy, neutralize, thrown, and in theory set explosives in a radius around the operator, keeping her safe? These are just some crude photoshopped images that I was able to put together of what I think something like this could look like. Some kind of backpack device with these, I'm using lasers, codenamed Gleam of the IDF. She's a 3 armor, 1 speed. Gadget is a personal laser defense system, or PDLS. 3 charges, a single person laser trophy system capable of creating a field for intercepting and detonating thrown or set enemy explosives around the wearer. This is actually based on real life technology. There are laser intercepting systems. And that was kind of my inspiration for this. She can have, what I'm thinking is like a kind of like a field around her, and she would have to kind of activate it kind of like a vigil. Like she would approach a situation and she would have this on her back, and she would activate it, and within like a certain period, because of trying to balance something like that, it would destroy explosives around her before it enters the radius where they would be dangerous to her. Or I think it wouldn't work so much against protecting her teammates, but protecting herself from explosives. She could even work against something, in theory, like a cap can, where she could activate this while moving, and it would destroy the cap can trap before it was a threat to her. Or something like C4 or impact grenades, that kind of thing. And I think it's going to take a lot of work, and there's a lot of mechanics involved, but I do think it's kind of an interesting thought experiment, taking something like Jaeger and existing technology and existing things in the game and just tweaking them ever so slightly to work on attack instead of defense. I do think it would be fun to also create a cute little dynamic where she and Jaeger would have like a rivalry, like in their dialogue too, thinking like of little lines where Jaeger says, "You can stop worrying about grenades now." Well, she can be like, "I can stop worrying about grenades now," or something like that. Like, I think very tongue-in-cheek, that kind of mini rivalry between operators and like their voice lines, and kind of tying them together, that'd be cool, something that can play off of Jaeger. And there's other stuff in the game that's like that, and I love stuff like that. The second attacking operator for the IDF is called Strider, and I don't have very many working concepts for him right now because, in a way, it's just as complicated, yet his gadget is a lot more simple than Gleam's gadget is. Strider is able to climb walls. Now, in the footage that you are seeing now, we all know how rappelling works. He would not have access to a rappel. He would be able, all repellable walls, he would be able to scale Genji and Hanzo from Overwatch style. Just runs up to them, shimmies straight up the wall, and either he would have to go straight to the roof. Note, this is only on repellable walls. He would either go straight to the roof, or he would have to go through a window. The window would have to be pre-breached. That's a key. And something that I'm also kind of thinking about is that he would have the ability to go up through broken hatches. So you have that dynamic. He scurries up walls, has to enter through already broken windows. He can't shoot while he's doing this, but he's going to be his ability to scramble up stuff is going to be a lot faster than rappelling. He's going to be a 1 armor 3 speed, and I think that's going to be quite an interesting dynamic where he's going to be able to get you where you want to go very fast. And especially if you take, I like how Overwatch did it with Hanzo and Genji, and his ability to be able to go, their ability for these two characters to be able to go up walls. It would pretty much be exactly that, with just a few tweaks. And I think a big thing, and a lot of other people that I've seen a discussion about like operator topics, is the ability to go up through breached hatches. Like that's going to be a big deal, and making him fast and light. And I just think that he'd be a lot of fun. Doing a quick Google image search of Israeli weapons and guns brings up a lot of interesting options that these two could pull from. I'm really thinking that with Gleam, she would be carrying a lot bigger, more powerful, more heavy-hitting weapons, while I think someone like Strider, I think him would be carrying a lot smaller and faster weapons. Like, I'm thinking he's going to be more SMG focused, and maybe a pistol. And you have stuff like the Uzi, or you have stuff like the Sitar 21. They even use the Desert Eagle. That would be interesting if they were given a Desert Eagle like Blackbeard and Valkyrie have. I don't know if they would actually do that. Well, that would be 4 operators that would have access to the same pistol, which is with the basic ops. But I think that would be pretty interesting. And that would do it for my 2 custom operators, Gleam and Strider of the IDF. Strider being of the Search and Rescue Brigade of the IDF. Please share, like, and subscribe.